My fellow Nerdicans, welcome to the next installment of the Jank Tank. This is going to be the deck profile for the winning deck of the last gameplay video, the AOD versus Android 13. And since this is Tommy's deck and one of his oldest decks, I'm gonna get tongue-tied apparently. I'm gonna let him just go ahead and take the wheel and let him explain to you exactly what he has in his deck and what it does. So go ahead, Tommy.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Agents of Destruction is a multicolored deck, so this leader negates the cost as if the no specified cost. So you can play any color of Agent of Destruction you want in here. This has a self-awaken ability. When this card attacks, you add up to one life card from your life, add it to your hand. Look at the top 5 cards, and then add any AOD to your hand, and then shuffle. You have to awaken at 4 life, unless you have this Z battle card, which we'll go over there. But for now, we'll focus on the leader. So on the back side, when we awaken, oh, and this also restands 1 and draws 1 when you awaken. On the back side, we get to play an Agent of Destruction, so we don't get to search anymore, but we get to play just an Agent of Destruction with an energy cost of 2 or less from your hand. You get to play it for free. And then this other activate main is if you tap 3 energy, you get to play a Unison because you're charging multicolor energy. So you have to use this ability to play your Unison. So that covers the leader.
You can just do it.
I have 3 of the Vegeta Unisons. That's it. I don't run the one Boo Unison I'm allowed. This is just a better Unison because it adds markers. When it comes in, if you pitch a card, it's a board wipe. 20 double strike crit, and then when you add the marker, it gets 5k.
Board wipe ignoring barriers,
Yeah,
even better.
Even better. And then 25 double strike crit every turn.
And then the minus is pretty sneaky as well. I don't remember what that does, but I remember it's a little hand control-y.
If your leader card is an evil wizard card or all your energy is mono green, choose 3 cards in your opponent's hand and discard them.
Yeah, so that can be really troublesome for your opponent as well.
4 Bobbity, Overseer of Destruction. This makes it so that all of our 3 costs become 2 costs, and they are free to play.
Well, it reduces all Agents of Destruction.
All Agents of Destruction by 1, so you get to play a 2-drop for free. This reduces the cost of your AODs by 1, so that means you can play your 3 costs for free. 1 free cost per turn, 1 2 cost per turn.
And he's barrier.
He's got barriers, so he just sticks there. Anybody who plays AOD knows you need this card.
Absolutely.
This is how you play your Evil Wizard. If you get this in your opening hand, you're alright. Pay 1, pitch him, and then just play the Bobbity right out from your deck, and he stays there turn 1. Other than that, when you play him, you get to choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 4 or less, send it to their warp, and then place up to 3 battle cards from your opponent's drop area at the bottom of their deck. So if they have some sort of special awaken condition, you can shut them down from that.
Yeah, for example, Yellow Majin Vegeta, the Goku that you play out to be able to early awaken, he can get rid
Just
of it.
warp it.
Yep. And you can kind of stop Majin Vegeta from early awakening if they don't have another one of those Gokus in their hand.
Agents of Destruction Strike back. This is how you do your searches after you awaken. Or it also helps you awaken as well. It plays for free as long as you have the Bobbity on board. Gains destruction in all Agents of Destruction in all areas. Activate main. Look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 2 cards with Agent of Destruction and their card name among them to your hand. Then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order, and you can't activate copies of this card for the turn unless if you added cards to your hand, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. So searches out 2 AODs, up to 2 AODs, and then you can take a life if you need to. Turles, Agent of Destruction. Anybody that plays AOD is gonna know all these cards. This guy is a 15k barrier with unique. When he attacks, you get to search the top 5 for your AOD, any AOD. This is also how you draw after you awaken. Garlic Jr. Negate. He's a 1-cost negate, hard negate that plays out. When he plays, you can choose up to one of your Agent of Destruction from your deck with its skills negated. So that can be your Searcher, it could be your super combo, which I'll show you guys later. But this is basically a swarm deck, so this is how you swarm, and it kind of controls your opponent a little bit. So this is
in worst case scenario, you can use the card that you bring out from your deck as combo power. Like if you chose the super combo, or if you chose something other than the super combo, and you still needed to use it for combo power, you still have that option.
Yes, exactly. Or use the negate for combo power.
Exactly.
Or this card is very good in this deck. Especially considering the next card. This is the reason why all of these you want as Agent of Destruction. You just want everything to be searchable. It has its own negates. It has its own way to stop floodgates. So this card right here just is completely shuts down yellow floodgates here. So this counterplay plays for 1. If the battle card being played has an energy cost of 3 or less, it's placed in its owner's drop area instead of being played. Play this card, then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. So this is also how you swarm. So you counterplay, play this card, negate your opponent's floodgate, and then they pitch a card, and then you get to shuffle up to 2 AOD or Evil Wizard Bobbity cards. So if your opponent gets rid of your Bobbity, you can shuffle it back into your deck with this guy right here. This is our super combo. It's searchable. Plays out, like I said, with our Garlic Jr. negate, and when you super combo with it, it doesn't do anything. But when you play it out, when it sits on the board, if your opponent wants to counterplay anything, they have to pitch 2 cards from their hand. So that's why you kind of want to play this guy out with your Garlic Jr. negate.
And as someone who's played against that card a bunch of times, it's really annoying.
So if this sits on the board and you have this guy in your hand, you're kind of set against your opponent's floodgates. As long as they can't get rid of this guy. And then even if you do, when this guy plays out, you can shuffle him back into your deck. Or you can charge him from Z energy when you combo with him, obviously. There's no life restriction, so it doesn't matter if you see him in your opening hand. Your opening hand, there's really no wrong answer. That's what's nice about this deck, is it's very beginner friendly, very derpy. Like Carson said, this is my oldest deck, so everything's nice and shiny. As much of it as I can. Three Omega Shenron. Very good new support here. I'm very happy with this. So this guy, you can't search him out. Well, you can search him out. You can't play him for free with his leader's ability, but he does play for 1 if you have 7 or more Agents of Destruction in your energy area, Z energy area, battle area, and drop. You can play him for 1, and then if your opponent has 3 or more energy, he's triple strike. So he's 30k, triple strike with deflect, and then when you play this card out, you can either draw a card or KO a battle card ignoring barrier. So that's why he's great. And you can also activate your Oolong off of him. I run an Oolong in our Z deck. So it's not just our 1 Mira anymore. Three of this new support, Bewitching Blow. He can play for free off your leader's ability.
Bewitching Agent of Destruction.
Bewitching Agent of Destruction, not Bewitching Blow, excuse me.
Bewitching Blow's the free play.
So this card's original skills can't be negated in any area, which is nice against yellow.
Yes.
This card can't be added to my hand, which is important, because auto burst 1. When this card is played from your hand, draw a card, so you have to burst 1 from deck when he's played. Activate main limit 1. If you have 3 or more energy and you add 1 Agent of Destruction card other than this card to your hand, at the end of the turn, switch this card to active mode. So, let's say you need a negate. Let's bring your counterattack back from the field.
Yep.
And then this guy gets 3 stand. He's not a blocker or anything, but
It's just
you can
power.
combo him off. Add him to your Z energy. Three Janaba Malefic Agent of Destruction. 20k. He has energy exhaust, blocker. He has offering, so that means that when he's played, your opponent either crits a life or you get to draw 2 cards. So, and he gets to play it for free off of your leader's ability if you have your Bobby on the board. As long as that guy's there, these 3 drops get to play for free. And then if your opponent has 5 or more cards in rest mode, you get to negate the energy exhaust of this card. Very, very good card. Very expensive card. But very, very good card.
Yeah, very worth it. Definitely, this deck definitely needs it for it to be as top tier as possible.
Slug, Agent of Destruction. Hand control, when he's played, your opponent, when you play this card, yeah, when it's played, your opponent pitches a card, and then for 1 energy, you get to play your slugs. So, he's a way to cheat and slug.
Which could be really annoying, especially since the Turles has barrier, the Bobbity has barrier, this has barrier, so you're essentially always going to meet Bond and going to make your opponent have to make a choice in which barrier card they want to remove. And anytime you can make your opponent have to choose, you give them the possibility of making the wrong choice. So the more your opponent has to choose, the better.
Two Petrification. Awesome Floodgate. Negates an attack, and then you get to choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier. And it cannot attack or be used in a combo their next turn.
If you pitch a card.
If you pitch a card. All Floodgates must pitch a card, though, basically.
No.
Well, most of them.
There's Topo, this one, Bupo. Pretty much it, actually.
No, I thought Lupo had the pitch.
That's what I said.
Free support of the Dark Empire. Block negates. Mandatory.
Dormant. Dormant, yeah, pitch too.
Our SCR is Vermilion Saiyans. We're going to have a bunch of different colors in our energy. Counter attack for each color among cards in battle areas and energy areas. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier and send it to its owner's warp. So it warps your opponent's field, basically.
And that's also really nice because it does check your opponent's area also. So if, say, the two like you don't have any red cards in this deck, so if you're playing against a red deck, say Sin Shenron or SS4 Gogeta or something along those lines, you still get the full ability of this card.
For each card sent to warp, using this skill, up to one of your leader cards gets plus 5k for the turn. So that is what, 20k, 25k?
It's usually anywhere between 15 to 25k, and that's for the turn. So essentially, you're not swinging over that. That's essentially gonna shut down the turn. It's a board clear, so that's also unfortunate for whoever that ends up happening to.
And then this bottom activate main, that's for SS4.
Yeah, that's
That doesn't-
for the deck that SCR is meant for.
Yeah, but it's good in this deck.
Oh, absolutely. I'd honestly recommend that SCR for any rainbow deck.
And then we have Mirror Overroam. We don't really want to overroam, but if we're trying to go for game,
Doesn't hurt. Definitely does. Well, I mean, it hurts the opponent as long as they don't have any negates. But yeah.
so for Z deck, we have 2 of these new support cards. We went ahead and put all the new support into this deck.
And it was so
It
worth
pops
it.
off.
It was so worth it.
He's a blocker. If your leader's backside is a Majin Buu, leader Agent of Destruction, its front side is facing up, and you have 6 or less life, and you have 2 or more energy. Oh, 2 or more energy. flip one of your leaders to its backside, draw 2 cards, and remove this card from the game. So you can awaken on 2 energy. And then it has this activate main for after you awaken. If your leader is black, you have 3 or more energy, and you place one of your Z energy in your drop. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and place it under this card, and this card gets plus 20k power till the end of your opponent's turn. So it is removal, and this is also becomes a 25k blocker. I have 2 Gamma, but you don't really need it because everything is searchable, so you don't need to really just draw a ton of cards.
But I mean, it is a 1 cost 1 Z energy, so
1 cost 1 Z energy.
in these situations it could be okay.
Yeah. I kind of want to cut it and put another Oolong because we are only running one of those. And like I said, we only really want to maybe play one of these per turn. This Anguilla, this can search out slugs.
So the super combo, the hand control, and the super Namekian.
1 cost, 1 Z energy. That's why we have him, and he can search out slugs, like I said.
So good.
I kind of want him at 2, but not really. I mean, I haven't really figured out an appropriate time to just order another one.
Fair enough.
But we got one of these guys just in case you ever charge 3 yellow, because we do have, you know, our draw, our yellow, you know, Agents of Destruction Strike Back. We have our Garlic Jr. We have
There's possibilities to get 3.
maybe I have to charge one of my slugs.
Yeah, because the super Namekian yellow as well. Yeah.
Barrier removal, and then if the card was in rest mode, it gets critical 20k dual attacker.
Really good Zenkai
Yeah.
card. All right, well that is Tommy's Agent of Destruction deck. If you like what you saw, go ahead and smash that like button, comment, subscribe. Any advice or suggestions are always welcome. So go ahead and leave them down in the comment section. Have a good night and stay nerdy.